Well, welcome to Yoga Foundation. My name is Bhramari de Santos, and this is a specialty class. So if you're new to yoga, if you're not new to yoga, this class is really designed for yoga teachers who are in training or advancing their practice, and for all of you who get to go through whatever it is that we're teaching at 11 on Saturdays. So today we're actually going to do a really cool pranayama practice. We did it recently in one of our sessions, the Bhramari breath, bee's breath. We're not going to start there just yet, but basically what it does is it completely calms the nervous system. It's a really great practice for kids. It's a great practice when you're feeling a little bit anxious. So we'll practice that today. We're going to do a lot of heart openers and chest openers, and we're just going to stretch and expand our bodies. And we're going to move actually pretty gently and slow. We're not going to do any type of flow. So if you were here for the flow, then just go with the flow. All right. All righty, so let's begin class. All right. So you are all seated. Make sure you can feel the earth beneath you. You feel nice and comfortable. Maybe you're just in like a little sukhasana, easy pose, or a little pretzel pose. And then just take a moment, notice what your shoulders are doing, feel any tension that's happening around the face, the jaw, the eyebrows. Maybe the eyes soften a bit. And your hands can be just placed right over your knees, palms facing down. And just feel that groundedness. Feel your palms, or just feel the weight of your hands, your arms, your body. Let gravity sort of take its course here. And let's simply notice the breath. Feel the breath moving through your body. Enjoy the inhalations and exhalations. Start to notice the chest rising and falling. Imagining that you're inhaling all the way from beneath the earth's surface, all the way to the sky. And then as you exhale, you're drawing energy from the sky through the body, back through the earth. Taking these really long, exaggerated inhalations and these long, deep exhalations. Yes, maybe this is the only time that you are going to have today to have real intentional breathing, activating our body through breath, making that connection. Feeling your heart rise and fall, your lungs fill through the back of your body, feeling your belly get full. You might even feel a bit of expansion through the sides of your body, beneath your armpits. Yes. And if you're breathing in your nose and out of your mouth, maybe you can inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. If you have allergies, then make any adjustments that make sense for you, right? In yoga, we have this breath work called Ujjayi breath, and it heats up the body. So you start to inhale through your nose, and as you exhale out of your nose, it's like you are fogging up a mirror. You might even hear a bit of a sound happening in the back of your throat, like Darth Vader, or maybe like an ocean. Pick your thing. Feel the heat rising through the gut of your body. Yeah. And see if you can hold on to this breath pattern, maybe disconnecting your mind and just letting the breath flow. And now I would love to invite you to place one hand over your heart, the other over your belly. Pressing the palms of your hands into your body. As you breathe, feel your body pressing back into the palms of your hands. Welcome to yoga. Let's take a moment. Let's tuck our chin into our chest. Let's honor our body, our health. Let's feel the gratitude that we have for this personal practice that we will share today. And if you would like to invite another Sankalpa intention, or just a nice simple dedication to your practice, honor that now. And we will still in all of these wonderful thoughts with a deep inhalation. Open the mouth and let it go. On your next inhale, inhale the hands up toward the sky. Stretch the body nice and long. Feel a little curve in the lumbar spine. Exhale the hands by your side. Tuck your chin into chest. Flip the palms up, up, up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms down, down, down. Uno más. Inhale, rise. And this time, exhale our hands to our heart space, palms pressed together. We're gonna keep those palms together. Inhale, rise. We're gonna interlace the fingers, flip the palms to the sky, lift the heart, noses up, 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 and release. Exhale by your side. Yes. We're gonna take that right hand way off of the mat, left hand way overhead. Press the palm into the earth, feel your glutes ground. Take your eye gazes toward the mat and shake your head from side to side. Yes, invite that stretch right under that left armpit, through the left side of your body. And then float those hands through the sky like little shooting stars. Opposite hand way off of the mat. Press the palm into the earth, feel your glutes ground, and then shake your head. Maybe paying attention to what that shoulder is doing. Relax it a little bit more. Hello. And then inhale up, we're gonna take a twist. And the hand will catch onto the knee. Maybe walking those fingertips behind you just a little bit more. Find your breath. Sometimes it's hard to find the breath in the twist. Yes. And then inhale, float the hands through the sky. Take it to the opposite side. So yoga is one of those practices that shows up for you when you're like 80 or 90. And you're like, oh yeah, I did years of yoga. Woo! It is not necessarily an instantaneous practice. For some, it can be, right? Inhale, back center. We're gonna walk our hands forward, yogis, getting a little gentle stretch in the hips. Go ahead and let your head hang in between your shoulders. And find your breath. What we do not do in yoga is overthink, right? The brain is constantly fighting with the body. And who gets to win? Who gets to win the battle? Let the body win, yes. And then we're gonna slowly walk our fingertips up and walk our hands behind us. Lift the heart like you are sunbathing, which doesn't sound fun because it's so hot. Right? I love saying that when it's winter, you're moon bathing. How about that? Go ahead and draw the bottoms of the feet together. You can bring your heels close to your pelvis or out further away from you like a diamond, whatever feels okay. And then tuck your chin into chest. Go ahead and walk your hands a little closer to your tail. Press your palms into the earth. It's gonna almost feel like you're gonna lift off like a little spaceship. But instead, you're just opening up your hips. Notice if you're holding your breath, it's pretty instinctive to do so when we are opening up the hips. So take a deep inhale and exhale whenever you can remember. And then we're gonna slowly keep walking our hands up and we're gonna draw the knees together. You can thread your hands under or over, but ultimately give yourself a hug. Yeah, that is right. We're gonna do a little core activation after we do some seated cat-cows. So you can walk your feet out a little bit far away from you. Let's take a moment. Let's just flex through the heels and lift those toes, right? You can support yourself by grabbing onto some delicious under the knee flesh. And then you can release everything back down. When you're ready, yogis, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, lengthen your arms, tuck your chin into chest, feel the spine round all the way to the tailbone. Inhale, lift your nose, lift your heart, and imagine your happy cow smelling roses. And then exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine. And at your own pace, we're gonna keep moving through these spinal flexions, just waking up the spine. Try to enjoy this, right? Don't think about, well, what is she gonna do next? Who knows? Who really knows? All right. Take 2 more delicious rounds of breath and movement. Yes. And then we're going to land with a nice neutralized spine. So after you do your final curving of the spine, we're gonna come back center. And then we're gonna just walk our heels a little bit closer to our tail. We're gonna take a nice little supported boat pose, Navasana. So you're just gonna slowly shift your weight a little bit back and lift the foot. Maybe lift the other. Maybe release the hands. For some of you, maybe even extension. Finding the breath, noticing if you're holding it. Eye gaze is off the tip of your nose, so you're not looking at anything in particular. You're in the moment. 1 more round of breath. Help bring it in, hug time. Ooh, that was wonderful. Alrighty, we're gonna come over into all 4. Hands are right under the shoulders. Spread the fingers. Place your palms into the mat. Knees are hip distance apart. Let's tuck those toes. For some of us, we have a lot of flexibility in the toes. For others, then you're going to get a little bit more flexible in the toes. As you tuck your toes, press your palms into the earth and shift your tail toward your heel. So you should press the earth away from you. Yes, sister. Ooh, love your mouth. And you're stretching. Do you feel that stretch? Feeling it through the toes. We do a lot with the toes in yoga, right? So we want to make sure the feet are ready to rock and roll. We're going to shift through those toes. We're going to flatten the feet. And if it feels good, you can just sort of pedal it or tap it out, right? And then we're going to tuck those toes again. We're going to hover the knees for just a moment, just a round of breath. Yes, yes, yes. And then we're going to drop the knees, flatten the feet. We're going to bring that right foot right in between the thumbs. We're going to slide that left foot way behind us, coming into a nice little low lunge. If Bella comes by and tries to make out with you, just tell her no means no. Okay? She doesn't understand. We're going to tuck the toe, lift the knee. We're going to come into a fuller expression of low lunge. You can always have a block or 2 under those hands. That's right. This is a little bit of a hip opener, a little bit of a balance challenge-ion. We're going to step that back foot to meet the front foot, coming into Uttanasana with bent knees, so forward fold. Look down at your toes and lift them off of the mat and drop them one by one. Feel your toes grounding into the earth surface here. And with your knees bent, we're going to slowly roll up, kind of like a Pilates roll up, inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra. Let your head rise last. We're going to inhale the hands up toward the sky and exhale them to our heart. Yes, we're going to reverse, press the palms together, lift the hands to the sky, eye gazes can follow, interlace the fingers, lift the palms to the sky, and take a delicious stretch. Yes, we're going to slowly release and swan dive, nice and slow. Back to Uttanasana or forward fold. We're going to half lift, let those fingertips come all the way up the shins to your knees, and then fold back down. neutralizing the spine. Bend the knees here. We're gonna step back into a gentle plank. That's awesome. We're gonna drop that. We're gonna drop that right knee, everyone. She was very comfortable. And we're gonna take a moment and we're gonna feel those left toes pressing into the earth, right? Just making that connection to the mat. Right? Do you feel your toes? Do you have toes? That's all we want to know. No big deal. We're gonna shift our weight into that right hand, and that left foot's gonna come down 90 degrees. Left hand to the sky. Your eyes go wherever your neck wants the eyes to go. So if the neck doesn't feel good, eyes to the earth, releasing any tension in the neck. Now our hand that's on the earth here, the right hand, isn't like a little spaghetti hand. It is really pressing into the mat. You are really lengthening all the way from arm to arm. Yes, yes, yes. One more round of breath. That hand's gonna come down. We're gonna step into a plank. We're gonna drop the opposite knee and we're just gonna press our toes into the earth, pressing the palms of the hands into the mat, shifting our weight a little bit back and notice we have toes. Don't worry, Bridge, you don't have to sneak in so quietly. You can come right in, sister. Finding your breath. If you like, you can come up here between DJ. Take a moment. And then we're gonna shift our weight into the left hand. That right foot's gonna come down 90 degrees, right hand in the sky. Eye gazes can follow. Totally optional here. Pressing the mat away from you, lengthening from fingertip to fingertip. Yes, honey. No, we won't. Yeah, we're yogis. We're not tattletellers. And then we're gonna slowly bring that hand to the mat, step into a plank. Yeah, no. And then go ahead and flip your tops of your feet and drop your knees. Imagine you're a little still on a rock who doesn't tattletale. And then take your heel to toe and stretch it out into a little happy baby or child's pose. Yes, come right in. She loves you. She does. There's something about you. She can't put her paw on it. We're gonna slowly roll up. We're gonna come up on our knees, yogis. If this is too much, a blanket under the knees. If you need a blanket, just yell blankets and one will magically float over there or not. Inhale your hands up. I'll bring you one. Exhale your hands to your heart. We're going to slowly tuck the toes, right? Just nice and chill. Press the palms together and we're gonna just kind of float back into the toes. So you're gonna feel a little core activation here, but you're mostly gonna feel it in your quadriceps. If this is too much, float back where you came from. Yeah, yeah. Find your breath. Breathe into those tight muscles. Yes. And then slowly bring it back. Flatten the feet. Go ahead and take your tail down to your heels. We're gonna keep the palms together and take them to the sky. Go ahead and interlace your fingers, flip the palms up, stick your tail out behind you like a little duck, and then draw your hands by your side. Yes. If this becomes too much, you can always sit back in easy pose Sukhasana. You can walk your hands over. We're gonna bring that left hand on the outer of that right leg. And you're gonna enjoy a little baby twist here. Find your breath. If you want to just test a little bind, you can draw that hand behind you, either grab the back of your shirt or see if you can find a little hip crease or a little leg action. Maybe you can even hook it to your arm. Depends on how long your limbs are. One more round of breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, heart space. Yes, beautiful exhale. Press the palms together. Inhale, rise. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms, stretch. Happy Saturn, yay. Woo. Exhale, release. Also, it's nice to take a chill class. Walk your hands over to the opposite side. Hook onto your legs so you can get into the twist. Maybe inviting a little baby vine. Find your breath. That's right. One more round, and exhale, we will release out of the pose. We'll come back into tabletop. Tuck those toes. Press the earth away from you and lift those knees. One more round of breath. That's right. And then walk your hands towards your knees as you come into a little yogi ball. And then forward fold Uttanasana with bent knees here. And as Britt and I were talking about with Pilates, we're gonna do a nice little reverse roll up. Tucking your chin into chest. Letting your pelvis roll through the tailbone, through the spine. Head rises last. Inhale, hands to the sky. Right hand's gonna capture onto the left wrist, taking it over to the right. Eye gazes to the earth. And just inviting a little stretch. Totally optional, you can bend that right knee, sticking out that left hip. Pressing through those right toes, rise. Opposite side. Yes. And then bending that knee and sticking out that right hip if that feels great. And slowly lift. We're gonna do the slowest swan dive, like fingers through honey slow. You're gonna shift your weight towards your heels, bending a knee or two whenever you need to, inviting a deeper stretch in the back of the legs. When you arrive in forward fold, you can have blocks under your hands if you need to, but we want to lengthen through those legs. So if you need to bend your knees, it might be better to invite a block. Or you can grab opposite elbows, shifting your weight towards your toes. And letting yourself get crazy heavy here. Let gravity take its course. It feels good to sway from side to side, releasing any tension in the lumbar spine. Please honor that. Yes. We're gonna bend the knees. We're gonna draw our belly button into our body. So like a teenager taking a photo, right? We're gonna suck it in. And then we're gonna raise our hands like the sun is rising overhead into Uttanasana chair pose. Instead of reaching for the sky, draw the shoulders back toward your body. Bring in some cactus arms and draw your hands to heart space. We're gonna keep the palms pressing nice and close together here. Find your breath. One more round. And then we're gonna slowly rise, little by little, activating every muscle along the way. Palms are gonna lift toward the sky. We're gonna take a little heart opener, baby back bend. And then feel your toes. And as you press through the bottoms of your feet and you rise through your core, we're gonna hinge forward. This is gonna become quite a bit of an opener through the backs of the legs. So bend a knee or two whenever you need to. We're gonna come all the way to Uttanasana, forward fold. You're going to interlace your fingers at the bottom and flip your palms towards the mat, which means you're inviting a gentle stretch here. Reverse. Yes, yes, yes. Stretch it out. All right. One more round of breath. Release the hands, bend the knees, reverse sweep it up. And stretch and bring our hands to a heart space. Ah, wonderful. We're gonna bring our hands to our hips and we're just gonna pedal it out. We haven't even done a down dog. I feel like Bella would get jealous, so might pass today. We're gonna walk our feet mat width apart and our hands on our hips so you can feel yourself hinging. Sticking your tail out behind you. Noticing that we're doing a lot of stretching through the legs today. Let your hands come down both legs. Using yourself as a prop, you can also invite blocks in when you arrive to your destination. For some of you, you might want to take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toes, sticking your elbows out to the side, making like a little box shape. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold and get deeper. You have a few teachers here in the front, so there's some good guidance points for you. And we're going to shift our weight toward our toes, inviting even a deeper stretch to the backs of the legs. And noticing whenever you're holding your breath, especially when the muscles are really tight, right? So our nervous system saying, stop, don't know what you're doing, I don't like it, but you know you need it. And if you are in a bind, fingers are with toes, release that, and heel toe all the way in. We're gonna come back to a little yogi ball, and let's swivel towards the mirrors. I'm going to bring the table with me because I always have my back to you guys. And you're in a little yogi ball now toward the mirrors, right? We're gonna step out into Malasana, yogi squat. You can invite some blocks right under you and find yourself seated on the blocks instead. If you're sitting on a block, do not hover over the block, sit on the block. Feel the block beneath you. Find your breath here. Yeah, beautiful. With every exhalation, yogis, we get a little bit deeper into this intuitive pose. If it's been centuries since your body has felt this through your ancestry lineage, don't worry, there was once upon a time that you ate like us, eliminated all the things. So we're just reminding the body, like, hey, we've done that. And this is one of those staple poses that your body thanks you for many moons from now. Yeah, I know it's a lot. It's a lot. One more round of breath if you have it in you. All right, yogis. And from here, we're gonna just start to shift our weight to the right side. And you can keep a block under your hand, right? Lengthening through that left leg. Don't let your mind tell you you don't like yoga. Breathe. You can turn this into a little bit more of a challenge by lifting those toes coming onto the heel, maybe reminding you a bit of a martial arts position, right? You want a little bit more, maybe the hands come to heart space. And let's take a moment and let's try to be present in this pose. Breathing. One more round of breath. And we have a couple of options here. We can slowly move to the other side, or you can bring your hands down and get there inch by inch, little by little. Either way, both are perfect. If it's been a while since you've stretched the body, then yes, you're gonna feel this later. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can slowly come up on your heel, lifting those toes, maybe taking a balance challenge. Maybe Bella's just gonna bother you because she's in love with you. She loves him. Beautiful use of blocks, by the way. They are your friends. Nice, Karen. I like that. Stretching, finding your breath, being present here. And if you want to come back center, we're going to take our tail to the sky. We're going to bend the knees, bring our hands to our thighs, and find a little sumo squat position. Stick your tail out way behind you here, yogis. Yes. If it feels good, just undulate or sway from side to side, releasing any tension. If you close your eyes, no one can see you. Don't worry. And then we're gonna bring it back center. We're gonna take our hands out in front of us like we're grabbing a beach ball. We're gonna pass it behind us. They're gonna pass it back to you, but this time you're gonna take your pelvis with you. Bring your hands up overhead and find cactus arms for a nice goddess or god pose, right? Inhale everything up. Exhale, settle a little bit deeper. Woo! Yes. Bringing the palms of the hands back together. I know. Lots of hip opening. Take it up. Eye gazes follow the hands and draw the hands by your side. Let's enjoy a nice stretch here. Bring our right hand down that right leg, left hand way overhead. And you can just enjoy this lovely stretch. Eye gazes to the earth and just release the neck. If you want a little bit more, yogis, that hand that's in the sky can wrap around the back of your body, catching a bind. You want a little bit more, you can take that right hand onto the inner of your leg, twisting your heart to the sky, eye gazes follow, right over that shoulder. So you have a lot of options. You can enjoy the Jane Fonda variation of stretching, or you can turn it into a bind, a twist, heart opener. But of course, do not let go of the breath. One more round if it's in you. And then come up with the way you got into it. So if you're in twisty, bindy things, take your time to arrive back to center. We're gonna become a star first, so take our hands in opposite directions. If you've never been a star, here you are. And then we're gonna go ahead and bend everything. Yes. Inhale, rise. Let's do one more, take it down. And up, ooh. And then let's just slide that hand down the left leg, taking the nice little stretch. Use your hand against your leg as your support. So press that hand into your leg. You can bend in here too, whenever you need to. I know, it's toasty in here. Yeah. And again, yogis, that hand that's way in the sky can come and wrap around, taking a bind, maybe catching on to some hip or thigh. And then maybe as you press that left hand toward the inner of your thigh, you can twist your heart up to the sky. Find your breath once you arrive. In yoga, we always want to feel our bodies, feel ourselves grounded, find the pose, and then invite the breath. Step by step, take your time. Beautiful, Candace. One more round of breath if you have it in you. And then, of course, if you're in twisty, bindy things, undo those things first, and then slowly rise. We're gonna become stars again. And then we're gonna bring our hands to our heart space, taking them all the way to the mat. Feet are nice and diagonal here. And we're gonna walk our hands over to the right toes. I think Bella's drugs have finally kicked in. We're here until 5, so someone's gonna benefit from her. And you're really just inviting a stretch here, right? So you can bend in here too, you can invite your blocks. Come on. And then bend that right knee here. Yes. Now we're gonna lengthen that right leg. We're gonna inhale. As we exhale, lock ourselves center. Let your feet and toes and ankles shift. Inhale halfway, maybe coming up on fingertips, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, exhale, take it to the opposite side. Step by step, right? Teaching our nervous system that we are here on purpose. The more your nervous system allows your body to release the breath, the more you are able to feel your body become more flexible. Your muscles will not try to support themselves by tightening, they will relax and release. And you can enjoy a deep tissue massage by way of your breath work. Yes. Don't overthink it. Nothing's happening but you. I took my mom to yoga and she's like, am I breathing? I'm like, you're talking. It's happening. You're fine. We're gonna bend that left knee. We're gonna really invite that stretch a little bit deeper. Your toes and ankle are gonna do whatever they need to do to get you into the stretch in a comfortable way. Right, so we're not fighting any oppositions here. Yes. One more round. And now start to lengthen that leg. Walk your hand center. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, heel toe all the way in. Bend the knees slowly, roll up and rise. Let your head be the last thing to arrive. Inhale your hands toward the sky. And exhale, swan dive. Woo. Half lift. Bend the knees, reverse sweep it high. On your exhale, open your heart toward the sky. Inhale, rise. Exhale your hands back to your heart. Release your glutes and find Tadasana mountain pose. Any variation, yogi's choice. Your feet can be together, hip distance apart or even wider. Find your balance. You start to lengthen through those legs. You don't want to activate your quadriceps too much here. You want to relax. We're going to bring our awareness to our toes, lifting them up one by one and dropping them one by one. Yogi toes. That probably activated your knees and quads, so we're going to slowly, on every exhale, relax each and every muscle through the legs. We're going to relax the glutes, relax the shoulders, the jaw, the eyebrows. We're going to inhale the hands up to the sky and exhale them back to our heart space. We're going to shift our weight into that left foot, but not into that left hip. So we're going to stay nice and lengthened right under that armpit. We're going to kickstand that right foot up onto tippy toes. And if you like, you can open up that hip. So we're opening through the hip, swaying out that right knee toward the right side. This can be your practice. This is beautiful. You're not hanging out in that left hip. You're nice and lifted. You're pressed into that standing leg. At any time, you could just kick Bella away on the right side, right? You could just, all right, but instead, we're gonna slowly float that foot maybe on top of the ankle or maybe higher. Maybe taking half lotus if it's in your practice. And then you grow your branches. Any variation, yogi's choice here. Find your breath once you settle into your pose. On your next exhale, do something new with your arms. Next exhale, something new with the arms. Anything. Last time, next exhale, something new with the arms. Yes. And when you're ready, slowly exit the pose and pedal it out. Beautiful, yes. We're gonna bring ourselves back center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive. Half lift to neutralize the spine. Exhale, bend the knees. Reverse sweep it high. As you exhale, take a heart opener or a nice generous cup of espresso back bend. Inhale up, lifting through your pelvis, lifting through your core. Exhale, heart space. And find Tadasana. Re-invite, pause, balance, relaxation back to your practice here. Reground your toes, release your glutes, shoulders, jaw, eyebrows. Take a nice, delicious inhalation, exhalation. Yes. And when you're ready, we're going to bring our hands to our heart space. Press the palms together. Feel a gentle activation taking place in the core when your hands are pressed together. We're going to shift our weight into that right standing foot, not the hip. For most of us, this is our dominant side. So we hit the harder side first. Maybe kickstanding those toes and then externally rotating, opening up through the hip, right? Noticing that difference. Like you're opening a door. Yeah. Take a moment here, and if you like, you can take it to new places. Once you feel stable in your tree trunk, grow your branches. Let me grab Bella. It's okay to look witty on your mat, right? It's fine. Sometimes we come and go, yogis. When you're ready, on an exhale, find new arm placement of choice. Exhale, new arms. Yes. As long as you have a smile on your face, your nervous system is confused. Yogi. New arms on an exhale. A couple that does yoga together stays together. Right here. I attract a lot of couples to my class. One more time, new arms on an exhale. He's like, a couple that does lots of things together can stay together for you. All right, my dears, we're gonna slowly exit the pose. Bring your hands to your hips, pedal it out. And we're gonna slowly start to chill out the practice so we can invite in our final pranayama practice. All righty, from here, we're gonna step out nice and wide. And our toes are gonna be pointing toward the side of our mat or toward the sidewall. And your hands and your hips, you're gonna feel the hinging at the hips. And you're going to invite that last and final deep stretch through the backs of your legs. And of course, please bend a knee or two if you need to. Yes, your blocks are there to support you. You can shift your weight toward your heels or shift your weight toward your toes, maybe just observing what the differences are in your body. When you're ready, you can drop those hands to the mat. Maybe inhale, lift halfway, exhale, fold. If you like yogi, you can draw peace fingers to big toes, taking a line, drawing those, what are they called? Elbows. Out to the sides. If you're taking the bind, you're gonna notice that your weight shifting forward is gonna help you get a little deeper. Wherever you are, be there. Let's breathe. Yes, yes, beautiful. One more round of breath. If you're in a bind, release your fingers. We're gonna bend those knees, we're gonna heel toe all the way in, come into a little yogi ball, swivel to the top of your mat, and then drop your knees. Bring your body around forward. Yeah. Alrighty, I have the camera on some teachers, so we should be good to go. All right, so we're gonna bring the bottoms of the feet together, bring our hands on ankles. You can draw the heels as close to you as you feel good about. We're gonna draw our shoulders into our ears and just gently float them behind us. Feeling a little lift in the heart space here. Your head's gonna float to the sky, nose is nice and neutral and facing forward here. Maybe soften the eye gazes or take the eyes off the tip of your nose. Little bound ankle pose. And then we're gonna tuck our chin, encapsulate our heart, feel the belly button come in, feel the rounding of the spine. And this can be where you land, enjoying your breath. If it feels good and you want to draw your nose towards your toes in a nice little butterfly pose, honor that. Getting deeper into your hip flexors. Maybe the arms are on the inside of the thighs, opening up a little bit more wide. Whatever feels best, right? Feel the bottoms of your feet connecting. Make that gentle connection back to your brain. And then we're gonna slowly rise. We're gonna walk our hands behind us, yogis, just like we did earlier, except now the feet are together. We're gonna lift our heart, we're gonna moon bathe. And you can stay here. This can be your practice. Or you can lift, lift, lift like a little saucer, a little spaceship in the sky. And then if you are lifted on an exhale, release. We're gonna tuck our chin into chest, everyone. Press the mat away from you. Draw the shoulders behind you, bringing the blades together. We're gonna feel a little compression right in the throat. Compressing that thyroid, right? So just giving our endocrine system a little bit of action. And then we're gonna slowly relax the arms, draw the knees together, give yourself a squeeze. We have one more thing to do, and then we're gonna do Bhramari breath, and then we will end today's practice with a little resting pose. We're gonna come down on our forearms, and we're gonna do some gentle windshield wipers in this positioning. Your chin is tucked into your chest, and you're trying to still keep a little compression there if you have any use. So you're not looking necessarily forward, but more off the tip of your nose. You shouldn't even see anyone else, really. Everything else should become kind of blurry to you. Inhale your knees up and exhale them on each side, so you're not moving your knees faster than your breath can keep up. Yes. Few more rounds. And then we're gonna bring it back center, yogis. You're gonna use your core to draw yourself back up, and then wrap your arms around, and one more squeeze. This time, really try to spread shoulder blade to shoulder blade. So you're gonna feel the back of your body expand. So instead of just giving yourself a sweet little hug, you're actually trying to open up the back of your body on purpose here. We're just making some room for our lungs to work for us here in just a moment, right? All right, yes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and come back to neutral. All right, yogis, we're gonna practice a pranayama practice in yoga. This is breath work, right? Yogic breath. Teachers in the room, we just did this recently. You have a few options. You can be a Sukhasana easy pose, right? Pretzel pose. Half lotus is a nice variation to this pranayama practice. So if it feels good for you to draw one side or the other, right? Pick your best side. Don't tell the other. Gets a little upset. And the idea is that you feel your heel making that connection, right? I didn't introduce this the other day, but for my teachers or advanced yogis in the room, if you want to take it a step further, totally up to you. If your body's in the mood, you can lift up and land on the other heel. Woo! Activating Mula Bandha. If at any time you want to abort mission, honor that. Yeah, because this is a lot. Alrighty. All right, yogis. If you are up in half lotus and on your heel and you can release that knee or draw a block under, that's what I advise, right? We don't want to be floating in the sky, right? So one or the other. All right, here we go. You're gonna take a moment. We're gonna bring our hands to a mudra. So you can either just let your hands be palms facing up, open to receive all the great things. Or you can draw thumb to index, which is a concentration focus mudra, yoga of the hands. Fingers can be spread or glued together, palms still facing up, right? Energetically. Take a moment, notice what the shoulders and jaw are doing if they are fighting your vibe. Relax. Yeah, some nice audible exhales will get you there. And we're gonna focus on Ujjayi breath. We did this earlier, Darth Vader, right? Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Let's take about 5 rounds at our own pace. Eye gazes can be soft or closed or off the tip of your nose. In yoga, when we make vibrational sounds, it is a healing modality, right? Activating either beta, alpha waves, maybe just activating sound through the throat, perhaps being able to relax the nervous system and just withdraw from our senses. We will be experiencing that. In yoga, that's called mantra, and it's a form of meditation for the busy mind. When you're ready, yogis, we're gonna slowly open the eyes, mostly so you know what I'm going to teach you next, right? And we're going to take our thumbs and we're going to place them over the ears. You won't be able to hear me in a second, but instead of placing them in your ears, like nana nana boo boo, right? You're gonna place them over that little flap that you can pierce, right? It's gonna close the ear. And then we're gonna take the index fingers are gonna go right over the eyebrows. And if they touch, that is amazing. They don't have to, they can just point toward each other like arrows towards your intuition. The remaining fingers are going to come over the eyes like little blinds, but your middle fingers are going to press some pressure into your nose. You're not gonna close your nostrils, you're just gonna feel the pressure in your nose. This is the full expression of this practice, but you can take this practice without the hands. Now you're gonna notice your breath. You're gonna close the ears, press through the nose. And then on your next inhale, you're gonna inhale all the way from root to rise. You're gonna pause and hold your breath for just a moment. And then exhale out your nose, and you're gonna release every inch of breath in your body and pause on the exhale. On your next inhale, you're gonna inhale, fill your lungs, fill your body, pause. And as you exhale, you're going to hum like a bumblebee. That's what we're gonna do, okay? So when we're ready, let's try the first inhale, exhale, pause at the top, pause at the bottom. Second time, inhale, pause, exhale, hum. Teachers in the front, be loud so everyone else feels comfortable. And when we're ready, let's begin. One more round. Wonderful. We're gonna relax, release. If that felt weird, welcome to yoga. Let it go. We're gonna lengthen those legs and we're just going to release any energy. So let's say you didn't want to do all of the full expression, you're with your kids or something. You could just go, and just create that vibration and that will unbusy the mind. But we did the full pranayama practice. So, yay! Let's draw the bottoms of the feet together. Let's take one more little butterfly. Perfect. Release any tension in your shoulders, your jaw, your hips. And just let some nice audible exhales release out of your body. Yes. Slowly rise, yogis. We're gonna take our time making our way on our back, so we're not gonna do anything fancy. If you wanna keep a block close by, oops, that wasn't good. We're gonna use it right underneath our body, okay? Does everyone have a block? At least one? Okay, so go ahead and roll down. Keep your knees pointing to the sky, come here, Bella. And we're going to draw the block right under our body. So right where like your little muffin top would start or end. Right. I'm proud. Be proud. And then let the shoulders relax. You're going to feel a little bit of an inversion, right? Your head is below your heart. And you can stay here, play around with the block so that you're not feeling like it's you against the block. You want to feel as one. And of course, if you want to lengthen the legs or draw the bottoms of the feet together, letting the knees splay out, or just keep the knees pointing to the sky, or you can take a nice legs up the wall variation where the legs float to the sky, toes towards your nose. This might require you to readjust your block so that you can enjoy that part of the pose. Take a moment, soften your gazes. Let's let the blood rush to the mind. Let's let yoga finish its job here, putting us into this gentle state of meditation. Activate your breath once you find your favorite pose. Inhale and exhale, let it go. Yes. Hakuna Matata. No worries. Every exhale, you feel yourself getting more relaxed, more tuned back into your highest self. Feel free to invite in whatever you need, whatever changes you want to make into your life, whatever you want to resonate with you, your body, your nervous system, your mind is all open and willing to receive. Take 4 really deep rounds of breath, inhaling and exhaling. When you've completed your rounds, you can release your block, find yourself lying down. When you arrive, lengthen your legs out and pick your hands overhead and just give yourself a final delicious stretch of the body. Maybe bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a hug, feeling a little bit of a round of the spine, maybe a little massage of the back body. You can make big circles in the sky, or you can just rock from side to side. Ever feels best for you. We did a lot of breath work. We did a lot of stretching and holding poses. Please make sure to stay hydrated. We did let the blood rush to our head a lot in today's class, as is yoga with inversions. And with the heat outside, you might feel either today, tomorrow, or in a couple of days, a little funky. So let's be proactive and stay hydrated so that doesn't happen. When you're ready, you can lay down completely into a flattened state of Shavasana. We're going to take a moment here and just bring awareness to your eyebrow. Relaxing through the eyebrow. Bring your awareness to your jaw. Relaxing through the jaw. Bringing your awareness to your right shoulder, left shoulder, Awareness to your left elbow, right elbow. Bringing awareness to the right palm of the hand, left palm. Relaxing each and every finger of both hands. Bringing awareness to your left hip, right hip. Relaxing through the left knee, right knee. Relaxing through the right foot, left foot. Relaxing each and every toe. Feeling your body melt into the earth. And relax. Beginning to breathe life into your body. Wiggling your toes. Wiggling your fingers. Perhaps it would feel good to roll over onto the left side of your body, drawing your knees toward your chest. And with your eyes soft or closed, float your body to a seated posture of choice. And let's take a moment and let's place one hand over the heart, the other atop of that hand. Let's take a moment and offer ourselves love and gratitude. May we be grateful for our health, our dedication, our motivation. And let's share that love with each and every one of us around the room and in the ether. And may we share our love out into our community. And let's fill in all of these wonderful thoughts with a deep inhalation. But practice non-attachment and let that go. Another one, inhale. Exhale. Yes, thank you, yogis. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Go with peace. Namaste. Namaste. Yay. We did it. Thank you,
Bree.
everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. I'll see you all soon.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.